Hey everyone, welcome to my creative meditation drawing of various aspects of the human design chart. And today I'm using gate 37 because the sun happens to be in gate 37 at the moment. And I thought it would be a nice one to focus on for today. So my work with human design is very much focused on my own creative practice. As an artist and a background in art therapy, I'm interested in how the creative process can allow us to engage in our human design chart, in our human design experiment in a completely different way. It's a fresh perspective. It's particularly useful for those who maybe don't know a lot about human design and they want kind of the first step towards understanding their human design chart or what human design is all about. And it's also really good for those who've been in this experiment a little while and are looking for just a different angle. My work is about moving from a more cognitive perspective on the human design and its chart and moving into a more embodied, meditative, contemplative practice around human design in the various aspects. So my creative human design sessions give you an opportunity to draw or explore different gates or channels, or in fact, your whole chart and look at it from that particular way. So today we're just going to be dealing with gate 37, which is one of my gates. And I have it unconscious, so it's always something that I'm playing with and experimenting with. But I thought today's exercise would be really, really nice because through the drawing, we can bring in different aspects of a gate and kind of see it from, different angles. So the makeup of these sessions is always the same. We'll start with the short meditation. We'll just kind of calm, still, come back to the body. And then we'll do kind of about 10-minute creative exercise on the gate. And so play with this, be free with it, flow with this. I'm a quad right. And so this isn't about keeping to a particular structure. My right variables really are inviting you to relax and just move. This isn't about drawing a picture. This is about just sensing, feeling your way through your body and through your experience. So have your art materials nearby. I have a piece of paper here and I just picked up an ink pen. So that's what I'm going to be using today. Have your materials nearby. Have a nice hot drink or cool drink if you need it. And settle yourself in and we'll start with the meditation. Okay, so starting here, I want you to just wriggle a little bit, even just move and slightly stretch your shoulders, perhaps bringing them up to the ears and then dropping them again. Just letting go of everything that brought you to this session, just shaking it out. And just, I want you to drop into your seat, put your weight back, put your sit bones down, put your feet on the ground, and really plant yourself for this 10-15 minutes. And once you feel comfortable, let's just come back to our breath. Just really noticing our breath today. So just noticing the fact that you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Just relaxing into this and just beginning to receive your breath. There's no need to do anything with it, to change it, alter it. Just want you to notice the fact that you're breathing. And as you notice your breath moving in and out, we're going to be really working with this aspect of touch today. Gate 37 is the gate of touch, interaction, connection within the community, within the family, within your friendships. And so really connect with, what are you touching at this moment in time? Perhaps the back of your shoulders, middle back, lower back are all touching the chair. Perhaps the sit bones are on the seat, the thighs are on the seat. Perhaps the feet are on the floor, or even just pressing the feet gently into the floor and connecting to that. Perhaps moving up your legs, perhaps your hands are touching your thighs, or perhaps they're rested on the table in front of you, just noticing. Just surrendering to the breath, to the form, just feeling whatever it is to be you today. And slowly, in your own time, in your own way, picking up your art materials, not losing any sense of connection, not losing any stillness or silence that may have entered into the body since you've slowed down. Gently picking up your palm. So we're going to start by creating an image through touch. And so I'd like you to just put your hands down. And ideally, I'd like you to work just with middle finger and the index. So just even, first of all, feeling what it's like for your hand to touch the page. Cool, but warm, hard. How does it feel? And then I'd like you to just use your other hand, just touch this particular area. And we're going to be using this space here. And very slowly, very carefully, we're going to be going from the tip of the middle finger, ever so slowly, traveling down the side of the middle finger, slowly as you can, reaching the base, turning around, and then following this finger all the way to the tip. Do this as slowly, as gently as you want. And when we're done, we're just going to repeat this over the next few minutes. So perhaps changing your hand on the page. Again, following that finger. Perhaps following this pen as it travels down the middle finger around to the top of the index finger. And again, just moving somehow on the page. Just slowly but surely, gently following the pen around, coming up. Now I want you to pay particular attention as you move to the feeling of touch. How does it feel on your fingers to touch, to have the pen, the paper touching the hand? Perhaps it tickles. Perhaps it's awkward. Whatever it feels like to you, just really going with it. Noticing your fingers. Noticing how it feels to touch. And then I'd like you to sync the breath to the movement. So breathing in, breathing out slowly on the in-breath, following the mark. And then on the out-breath, continuing to make the mark. Perhaps this time round, perhaps just taking an in-breath, and then on the out-breath, traveling down, making a move. And really finding what feels comfortable for you in this exploration. But I'd like you to continue this. I'd like you to continue connecting the breath to the line. I'd like you to continue connecting the drawing material to the touch of your hand. I'd like you to continue responding to this feeling, this touching. Remember, we don't care about what we're drawing necessarily. We're not engaged or interested in this. We're interested in connection. We're interested in connecting the breath, the drawing material, our body. And just allowing yourself play. I want you to think about how does touch really feel in your body today? How does it feel to touch and connect with yourself? How does it feel to take in the touch of something or someone onto your body? And playing with this exercise for Zen. Connecting your breath. And perhaps as you're involved in this, just letting go and feeling the breath move in and out, the making of it. In your own time, I'd like you to just bring that to a close. This feeling of touch. And then we're going to begin to work into this piece. And where I'd like you to work into is these points of contact, where one line meets another line. And I'd like you to explore this in some way. Perhaps you accentuate the marks by going over it again. Perhaps there are points on the page which are filled with interconnections. Perhaps there are certain connections that intrigue you more than the others. Perhaps you enjoy the simplicity of two marks meeting in space. Or perhaps you really enjoy the points where all of the marks come together. Just playing. Opening up your imagination to what you're experiencing, what's emerging for you. And thinking about what it's like for you to connect outwards. These points of interactions that we have with friends. How do these lines represent these? The connections with friends, strangers, others. How are these represented as you play and reimagine on the page? Perhaps you start connecting these dots in a different way. Perhaps you accentuate the lines of connection between them. Perhaps you're finding it hard to differentiate between you and the lines. Whatever it is, just playing with it today. Breathing into how this feels. Don't forget your breath. Anytime you feel like disconnected, come back to the breath. And you may feel like you're disappearing to a fantasy or a story about one connection or the other. Just noticing this. You're more than welcome to pause this and just keep on working into this piece. Keep on playing with this feeling, touch, connection, what it means to you and what it feels to you in a day like today. In your own time, just finding a way of completing this image. If there's some mark that needs to be made to complete it, there's something you need to do to finish it. Just noticing whatever is calling you, whatever is taking your interest, and just finishing this up. So what we have is not a picture of the gate 37. That's not what we're looking for, but a deeper inquiry into what gate 37 might mean for us at a meaningful level, at a visceral level, at a bodily level. If we allow our creativity to maybe open some doorways, maybe memories have come to mind of previous interactions. Just really enjoying this process, surrendering, and even just looking at what you've drawn today and asking yourself the simple question, what do I see? Taking a few moments to finish off in whatever way feels right to you. To finish this exercise. So I hope you enjoyed my creative meditation on Human Design 837. For any of anyone interested, I do my creative human design sessions, which I'll put information about that below as an invitation for you to explore your human design chart, strategy and authority in a totally different way. And I also do weekly meditation drawing sessions where we come together each week and we draw the transits, the energies, whatever might be alive for us in a given week. So I hope you enjoyed today. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel or like or share with anyone who you think might be interested in engaging with this information in a different way. And remember, this is about an embodiment practice. Not necessary to have a knowledge or an understanding of human design, the I Ching. It's really just about considering these topics that are relevant for all of us, and playing with them in a very unique way. Take care, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon.